love when my hair is done. I love when my nails are done. Being a girl is fun. Happy summer, oh my god. It's literally summer because it's ridiculously hot out, but I kind of like it. Like, I'm outside in my backyard just chilling in the shade because it's pretty much 90 degrees out. But that didn't stop me. Oops, the shirt's gonna collapse. It didn't stop me from wanting to be outside. Only because I have the shade here. And I'm probably gonna hose the grass because it's gonna get brown pretty soon. The sky is so incredibly blue. I'm just gonna show you guys. I know probably everyone who sees my videos lives in New York and sees this beautiful sky too, but man, oh man, that is a pretty blue sky. And I think summer is one of my favorite seasons, but I also really love all the seasons. But you can really just, if you're a nature girl or a nature guy, you can really appreciate so much in summer. Everything's growing or already bloomed. My mom has some plants here. She has basil and cherry tomato tree, and some other flowers back here. But it's just nice to have like a thriving garden or just little plants here that you nurture. Like, I honestly want to, at some point in the summer, get a little tree base or something. What am I saying? Like the base where I can plant. Oh, my mom also planted a pumpkin plant, and it's growing pretty quick actually. I want to get obviously my soil with the little like plastic cups where you can have an individual plant, something like that. Maybe grow a mini tree, buy a money tree. There's also, I noticed in Brooklyn, there's so many small plant stores. Like, you could really make your apartment, your house, your wherever you live special by buying a little plant. Or Trader Joe's, I used to buy the eucalyptus all the time. I haven't gone there in a minute, but I would tie it on my shower head. I've seen a couple people do this, and it would just make your bathroom smell delicious and fresh and clean. And you can buy other types of plants. You can make your own bouquets and put it in your living room, and they're gonna last like about a week if you're watering it every day. You just can't forget. Yeah, I just love summer and I love nature. And I even signed up to go camping later this summer, which I'm excited about because, again, I grew up being a nature girl too. I went to camps every year as a kid. Was always in the grass, always outside. Played all sorts of field sports. Did a lot of river rafting, tubing all the time in middle school. Those are good memories. I love a nice lake. There's almost nothing better. Like, I love the ocean. It's beautiful. It's crystal clear. And who doesn't love the ocean? Like, who doesn't love a beach? Who doesn't love waves to basically play in or ride? But a nice calm lake that's just feels like you're swimming in a glass of water. It just feels so nice. I went to Georgia a couple summers ago, and my cousin lives out there, and we went to Lake Allatoona, and we had a really nice time there. The water was just amazing. So I really do love U.S. lakes. Like, I want to go to more lakes, different bodies of water. I want to go to the Pacific coast at some point. I have been to Hawaii. I did go to Hawaii on a solo trip. I went by myself in February. So technically I was in Pacific waters, but I mean, I want to go like off the coast of California and Mexico. Like, Cabo looks amazing. It's all the way on the west coast of Mexico. The water just looks gorgeous. And before going to Hawaii, I was under the impression that Hawaii was a hop, skip, and a jump from Cali. And it's a good 6 hours depending on where you're going. So Hawaii really is like the farthest U.S. island that I can think of. Like, it's really out there. But I loved Hawaii, and I would love to go back. It was like, and the culture is they're so Caribbean, but they're the Caribbeans of the Pacific Ocean. They love reggae, they love Spanish music, they love hip-hop, they love like all the artists that we love too. They have really great style over there. But their style is kind of like New York style, but with a twist, because they got either a seashell necklace or some cool jewelry on, some nice rings, different like textures of necklaces. Like, I bought a shark tooth necklace that's on like a rope chain. Like, it's not gold, it's not silver, it's just a rope. And I was wearing it for a little bit when I came back, and I'm going to wear it again this summer because in the spirit of going to the beach and swimming, I want to wear it. But yeah, like, nature and the world, whenever you're going to different parts of the world, and if they're in this season, it's really such a treat. And I say that because if you want to go to Australia and get this type of weather and surf over there, you got to go in like January, February, or maybe December. Like, that's their summer. I think now it's probably colder by now. But yeah. And I also took a surfing lesson in February, and I loved it, and I did really well. Like, I don't know how I did so well. It might have been the board, but it was awesome, and I want to do it again. I want to do more surfing. And I want to do it in Long Beach or in San Diego, like that Surf City over there. How many people grew up surfing and then moved to Hawaii from there? Like, the guy who was my instructor was originally from Long Beach, I believe, or like Huntington Beach, something like that. Oh no, Newport. I think that's where there's a lot of surfers. I'm not too familiar with the West Coast, but he moved to Hawaii to take surfing more seriously and stayed there and has lived there ever since. Met his wife. His wife came there from Japan, so she's fully Japanese. He has mixed kids. And then he ended up telling me they're divorced now, but that's his tea. But just the fact that life can come at you fast. If he decided that if he even moved a day later than he did, I wonder if his life would have been different, or if he would have been somewhere else at that same time that he met her. He wouldn't have the kids that he has. He wouldn't have, I don't know, maybe that motivates him to do surfing. He might have picked something else up. Who knows? Like, everything is so what if. And I thought it was just inspiring that this is obviously the other side of the nation, but he just was like, no, I'm passionate about this, I want to take it seriously, and he just moved to the place where you go to surf. And that was cool. Where I was not the North Shore, so it was Waikiki Beach, so they're a little bit calmer in the winter, and North Shore has these really huge, humongous waves and surf competitions in the winter. But I didn't get the chance to go there because it's about like an hour or so away from where I was, and I didn't really like have the time or the means to get there. But one day I will go back, and I don't know if I'd try at that time, but I definitely love to see the competition up close. I wish people on the East Coast were more into surfing. I know there are people that are, but not in the way in other areas. It's crazy. I feel like every other person is carrying a surfboard. And I just love that, because who doesn't love water? Like, once you learn how to swim, it's like your best hobby in the summer, you know? And I'm talking about whether you're an adult or when you were a child and you learned to swim. Like, it just feels so nice. It's fun. It's exercise. It's just like, it's literally the best activity. One of my favorite things in the summer. I think my second favorite thing in the summer would be a fair, or like a fair. I've been to one there's like this big one in New Jersey I went to. I know Astoria has one. Haven't been there, but I would go. And it's crazy because no one talks about how much you could vacation in the United States, but like, besides the coasts, you could also do like summers near like Michigan or in Chicago or Wisconsin, like, just to get like a different experience. And they have really cool like fairs over there. And I feel like everyone my age, since high school, they've been showing like these buckets of cookies. I always wanted to go try one of those cookies because they look so good. And I feel like everyone knows what I'm talking about. It's like a bucket of cookies that they give you at this fair. They have like all these delicious goodies and rides and stuff. And it's just a vibe. Like, who wouldn't want to go there? And you get to just meet, like, I love meeting new people. And meeting new people is always going to be fun and bless you in some way. So I really would want to go there. How long I would stay? Who knows? I also saw some posts from Idaho or like Wyoming or something, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. If you like horses a lot and long open fields, I recommend checking that out. That's actually something I want to try doing. It's just hard to book it by yourself because those areas are remote, so it's probably not safe for you to just up and go by yourself. But I definitely am an advocate for city solo traveling. Like, you're going to be absolutely fine. You go to another city by yourself. Totally fine. Of course, you keep your wits about you, but you'll be good because there's just so many people. There are a lot of good people that will have your back, and there's a lot of good people in general, and people that will recommend you things if you just ask or tell you where not to go, which is important because you don't want to waste your time when you travel. I'm literally wearing my mom's shoes because you know when you just throw anything to go on to go outside. That's what I did. And you know what? I will say in the shade, it's not even that bad. Like if you have a little kiddie pool and you dip your feet in, you'll be just fine. But of course, make sure you're well hydrated and that you ate today and that you slept well and don't go crazy. Don't do exercises in the heat. Sometimes it's unavoidable if you're like, hey, if you're on a soccer team, you got to be outside playing soccer. Like, that's just how it is. Football too. But if you're not, don't. Yeah, I love a gym with a good AC system because that just makes the workout go way smoother. But I will also say on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, I think I mentioned this in my last YouTube video, but maybe I didn't. I also really enjoy heated workouts, but purposefully heated. So you're using like the infrared panels, and heat is at a specific temperature for different types of workouts. And obviously they got to sage and essential oil the hell out of that room after every class, but I actually really enjoy that. Even in summer, you'll walk out of that feeling like the outdoor weather is cold and it'll be 80 degrees. You'll be like, oh, this is chilly. It literally builds your heat tolerance, which is good for you. Reduces your chance of getting sick or staying sick for longer because it's actually mimicking a fever, and not in an unhealthy way, because it's good for your body too. It triggers autophagy and your body breaking down and peeing out or shitting out all the bad cells in your body, viruses, cells that have died or are not serving their purpose anymore in your body. That is really good for you. Even if you weren't in a heated room, exercise just kind of helps stimulate that. That's why everyone says exercise is the best medicine, because it stimulates the removal of like waste and toxins from your blood, just from the heat you're generating and the movement and I'm really convinced that the higher your heart rate is, or the higher your heart rate goes, closer to your max, like if you're running for a long distance or running for a while and you're kind of mid to max heart rate, I feel like you're triggering different stages within your body. And again, one of those I think is autosomal breakdown, or like breakdown of all the junk that's in your body and toxins, and I really believe it gets flushed, especially when you're drinking a lot of water to keep up with your workouts. Sometimes that's the only way I'll really drink water, because sometimes I don't have the desire to, and then I'm like, I start a workout and I'm like, wait, I really need to drink water, and then I end up having like almost a gallon that day. So that's another way to drink water. Like if you're someone that wants to drink water more, go for a quick walk around the block, and then you'll see that you want water. But sitting around all day or at work, you're tempted to just like have a coffee or have a juice or a drink, energy drink, and it's like, no, you really need water for your cells to be not shriveled, to be properly working, for every system in your body to work. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm a doctor, but or a doctor in this area, but I try my best, to learn and back up what I'm talking about. Honestly, people hate ChatGPT for, people being stuck on it too much, or like AI acting crazy, which is true. Like you can get crazy, but ChatGPT is great for a quick answer to something that you need without having to read a whole history textbook on something or having to read a whole biology book. And it breaks down the answers so well. And you can even ask it to break it down in a way that you prefer, that you understand, like using layman's terms and make an analogy for me. And it'll give it to you. And I understand so much anytime I look up stuff on there. But I saw someone post that they're like, ChatGPT is so bad for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't think so. Everything is bad if you abuse it, to be honest. Anything could be bad if you abuse it, even your own cellular device. It's about how you're using it and what you're using it for. But, what do I know? I also, it's hard to limit it, but I try to limit my social use because, it can be a little bit damaging. It can hurt your feelings. It can make you feel a type of way. Especially with current events and stuff, like not everyone has the same viewpoints or agrees, and sometimes that can give you a little bit of anxiety or be a weight on your shoulders if you're consuming all that content and stuff. So sometimes it's best to just log off and recharge and then log back on. That's really all it comes down to. I really don't think you have to go social media less, although some people do. I just think you need to treat it like a charger. Like, you can't use your phone when it's on 0% battery, because it's just not going to work. And even before that, when you're on 5% battery, your phone is slow, it freezes, it's hot, it's overheating. Like, it's not good for your phone. You have to let it sit and charge in a cool environment. And then when you come back to it later, it cooled down, it's working like normal again. It's the same thing. Like, don't be on it 8 hours a day. Scroll when you feel like it's too much, put it down, go outside, talk to like your family, your friends, do like something else, even if it's old school, like play a board game, I don't know, make a scrapbook, go sit outside, go water the grass. Like, literally, those things are actually peaceful activities that as an adult you're like, yes, I'm just gonna relax and take my time to water the grass. But as a kid, you're like, what the hell, I'm not doing that, that's not fun to me. And then when you come back to your phone, you feel like you're much more relaxed, and you feel like you can tackle whatever's on your page much better. Especially, like I said, with all the political stuff, sometimes you could get into fight mode or want to be like, you know, take things personally when it's really not. And it's better to just look at it objectively, to not really be rushing to comment or to like try to prove someone wrong. It's always good to listen to what the other person has to say and also say what you have to say. In whatever situation, sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes everyone agrees on something, but most of the time that's never the case, especially when you live in New York. Everyone is very different, and we all grew up differently, we all have different sets of beliefs, and I don't know, it's just something to consider. And on that note, I'm going to water the grass so that it doesn't burn into dirt with this literally 100-degree sun. So, but honestly, I don't know how I'm comfortable. I'm convinced the hot yoga has made me so much more comfortable in heat. And yeah, that's all. I will see you guys in my next video. Enjoy the background, enjoy the nice weather. Sending my love and my thoughts to everyone who watched my video, and thank you. If you like it, please subscribe, like my video, and I will see you guys in the next one.